the
Yeah, cheers, mate. Just leave it at the door there.
Domino's go.
Hey, what's happening everyone? Pizza's here again, and on today's menu, we're gonna have a look at some bad hardware.
Bunch of crap.
I'm sure there's been a time where we've all bought something, opened up the box, and it's been the complete opposite of what we were promised. Now obviously price plays a big part in how much quality you're gonna get in your product, we all know that. But what happens when you buy a product that is so cheap that it just becomes a waste of money? Well, today we're going to have a look at some examples of cheap products. This is the at-play PlayStation 2 knockoff controller. And man, does this thing feel cheap. Holding it against a regular PlayStation 2 controller, this thing just feels hollow and cheaply made. The analog sticks are made of hard plastic and it's not very nice on your thumbs. The left and right triggers feel stiff as all hell and don't feel very responsive. The D-pad's heaps clicky, but it seems to be okay. The cord seems okay, but it still looks pretty cheap. You can generally find these around EB Games or some generic game shop. The select and start button, they're as bad as the face buttons, they're just even more squishier. And the gummy bear face buttons with double shapes, obviously trying to avoid a lawsuit from Sony. So just try to avoid this one if you see it. Might I just add, a big visual giveaway usually on these products is spelling mistakes on the boxes or instruction manuals. You'll find a lot of mumbo jumbo written down usually. Next on the list we have the SY C5 notebook cooling pad.
Let's go ahead and read this. The appearance of fashion cool, the best partner is more suitable in a cluster. Yeah, okay. Blue design of 5 fans so you can get the experience of fast cool ice state. Yeah, okay. Fast cold tide is specifically for office, business and gameplay. Did anyone proofread this?
Now as an ergonomic stand, this thing works just as well as my CM Storm, but the generic pad has very thin and brittle plastic compared to the CM Storm. The 5 fans and RGB lighting never work due to poor wiring and cheap USB ports. To me, if the core function of that product doesn't work, then it's usually just a waste of money. Overall, this thing's just a headache to use and I cannot recommend it. Go and spend your money elsewhere. And here we have the SUP or SUP Portable Video Game Handheld Retro Classic Game Boy Console 401. Now it's clearly a knockoff Game Boy, but let's get on with the positives with this thing. It does have a backlit colour screen and it's probably half the size of a Game Boy Color. The D-pad and face buttons, they're alright, I mean they're shit, but they do the job. It's got a volume slider, rechargeable battery, AV outlets to TV for standard definition. And it actually does have close to 400 games on here, although I would say 100 of the games are variants of other games. So yeah, that's basically all the positives. So let's get on with the negatives now. Upon turning on the device, you'll be greeted to a title screen with an English or Chinese. We'll go with English. Here we get a list of all 400/1,000 300 games on the system. Here you'll find a selection of NES, Famicom and Game Boy games. But we all know what these are. These are just hacked ROM files. Now this thing is a piece of crap. It only works when it wants to. To get this thing working was a mission. To even get gameplay footage was even harder. Let's start with the first game, Super Mario Bros. Now let me just start by saying the emulation in this game is poor. It is terrible. Mario's speed seems to be sped up, so he's running a lot faster and the timer seems to be ticking over a lot faster. The controls, while they work, I can still feel a slight delay. There's probably like an input delay of half a second at least. Now it took me about 10 minutes to finish the first level of this game, and it's because the screen kept turning off. Let's give Super Mario Bros. 3 a try. Now this seems to be running okay, but once you start up the first level, you'll notice that everything is slowed down. The soundtrack and audio has been butchered, once again due to poor emulation. So for your sanity, we're probably just going to play the rest of these games using the standard analog chords that come with the system. And once again, we've lost the screen signal due to bad internals.
What the hell, man? What the hell?
Also, every time I press a button, it seems to have a wavy, glitchy effect on the screen.
What? Oh, come on. What did they do to him?
I don't know what game this is, but they've definitely hacked it and put Mario's head on this character.
Can't jump on the turtles. Oh. This is trash. Yeah, nah.
Let's give Balloon Fight a go. Used to play this game heaps when I was a kid.
Sounds a little delayed, but I mean, this works. Not great, but it works. Bit of a delay in the inputs. Come here.
Don't get me wrong, you will find games that run okay, but at the end of the day, is it really worth it? There's many other ways to play these classic games, so best look elsewhere.
I think they hacked this one. This is just turtles. Everything seems to be glitching. Look at those guys down there. This game is bloody hard. The boss. Yeah.
What the hell is this game about?
Mappy? Ugh. In conclusion, I don't endorse buying any of these products. In fact, stay the hell away from them. They're all garbage. I'm B's Pizzas, and if you excuse me, I've got to make a sacrifice.